start though.
Awesome.
Yay. So do you want to explain what your
Yeah.
digital artifact is?
Yes. Well, first of all, my name's Indigo. My digital artifact was a continuation from the previous digital artifact that I submitted. It was essentially taking photos and creating media that is ready to be posted online and on social media. I was taking photos of an apartment that I'm trying to advertise, and I basically was exploring just what other people had been like when they advertise apartments because I didn't know how to advertise apartments, nor did I know that there was like an entire realm on Instagram that is just for, and it was actually kind of freaked me out how many people get into like all the homestays and stuff, and there's a whole aesthetic into it and
Yeah.
stuff. So I was kind of just studying that and then remixing a lot of the media that I found and took my own photos with my own like twinges on them, so that they're ready to post, which I will do in my next digital artifact.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My one
What
is
was,
mine's a continuation from my first one as well,
mm-hmm.
where this time I'm making like a template. So I'm using the template media to make a customizable template for people to put in like meal plans they have every day. And so you can just like slot in what you need and it's already there. Like once you download it, you can just change the words to like the different days and like the different meals for each day, which is pretty cool. So it just keeps going on so that my next one I'll think I might try test it out or something and see how it
Yeah.
works and make it more social or something. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Um, what with the stages of like the development process, what one do you think is the one that most applies to this digital artifact for you?
Um, I think a lot of it was like the original, like the observation, the first stage, the observation, and then the framing and ideating were very important because, as I stated before, I didn't even know where to begin because kind of when you think about like a place that you want to stay at, you kind of just want to see the whole thing, and it's hard to like portray it online as some kind of like aesthetic vibe. And I wasn't sure how to like curate that. And instead of just like take a photo of a living room, I learned that a lot of people like more photos of the details and like the little cabinet in the living room or the art on the wall and stuff. So it was a lot of observing other social media accounts and then like thinking and framing like what I would want to do and how I would want to portray that in and like what works is all specific to the apartment that you're in or like the place that you're trying to because of course if somebody posts a photo of their pool and it's really really cool but like I don't have a pool like I
Yeah.
have to find something like equivalent to that
That'll
so I
like
think that was
stick
very
out
important.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I think that was very important. I would have said the prototyping and the testing of the photos, but I'm pretty familiar with the cameras that actually went a lot smoother than I thought. There was a little bit of like lighting, not issues, but I had to like take into lighting and all those things that you do when you take photos. But that wasn't as much like or as heavy as like just finding out what I actually wanted to take photos of to begin with.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I well, I knew I wanted to make like a meal plan and I was like looking at so the observing, looking at like other meal plans that exist on Canva and stuff, and I was like, I don't like those, so I've made so I was like, okay, it won't be like that. I'll find something else. And I just like kind of had an idea of like I just wanted it to be quite simple and just like have the day at the top or on the side and then just all the different meals like set
Mm,
out there so then you can just like see them and stick it up on the fridge if you were to print it out, something like that. So then I suppose like messing around, like ideating and framing it and prototyping and testing like all of the stages. I just kept going through that and trying to find one that I liked and that
yeah,
I will use because I mean I'm like the model user. No, that's the right
yeah,
words. Like I'm making
mm,
it to like other people.
Yeah, yeah.
who
No, I
would use
get
it like
that.
me, I suppose. But
Mm,
no, so just like going through the whole process and each time and find it until I landed on something that I'm happy with. I was happy with.
mm,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
because
So,
I made it in InDesign because like, I know how to use that. So
yeah.
use the Adobe suite to do it. So that was quite like being able to do that was made it easy. So I was just, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really useful to apply like past skills, and it's very good that you have those Adobe skills because they
Yeah.
can take a lot to like learn from the start. I've tried to do that. I tried to do that actually with this project with photoshopping,
Yeah.
like and Adobe Lightroom and stuff. And like it works. And like I have a little bit of prior knowledge. But sometimes it's just way easier to like edit things on TikTok than it is on like, Premiere Pro or something.
Yeah. I've
So it's
tried some of
cool.
the other ones that I'm not actually too sure how to use, and it's just quite a bit confusing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and it takes a while. And I was actually trying to teach Canva to someone else. And they were really, really confused on like how to do it. And there was just so many functions or something. Like it was really stressing them out. And I was like, with platforms like this, particularly like all the Adobes and Canva and everything, there's no shame in Googling or searching up like shortcuts for things or how to do
Yeah.
this or how to do that. Because that's the people that like when you see them and they just like touching keys and suddenly like everything changes and stuff. The only way that they knew that was by like researching it and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's
And
actually
because
really
they've
useful.
probably done it for like quite a long time, so they just
Yeah.
know, and it's just like nature to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um, does your digital artifact like have a overall purpose for people to like how does it like affect them or help them in a way?
I couldn't say help them, but it was kind of all the photos are just kind of to entice people and like appeal to people in a way. Essentially it's all helping the client that I have where I'm trying to sell their apartment.
Yeah.
So I guess that's helping them, but just to the general public, to the people that like experience it online, it's just kind of, yeah, trying to appeal to them. That's why I did like a lot of observations and stuff to see what worked in the past. And I think so my exploration theme for this one was um, remixing media, but my next one will be viral media.
Yeah.
So that will kind of like continue, I guess, a little bit of what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yes. Well, the goal is to like make eating easier, I suppose,
Mm.
just like so people can not so it's not as much to think about what to have, and like if you have it planned, then it's just there and you just have to make it or heat it up or whatever you do with it.
Mm.
Um, so I suppose with like with the template media that like feeds into the it being like, helping people because all they would have to do is like download it and then there'd be like the prompts of what you put in for each like part and they'll all be like
Yeah.
customizable. So I suppose yeah, just the template media because it's like making a template or using a template. And so if I made one that I liked, then I'd hope more people would like that, but they weren't one of the other options there are, I suppose.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Um, and do you have any questions? I don't.
Yeah, so you did template media. Did you
Yeah.
like exploring that theme more than your past one?
I suppose, well, it was definitely harder. The last
Mm.
one I did was AI media, so that was quite simple. I just asked the AI to really do it for me. This
Yeah.
one was a little bit harder because I actually did it myself, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I like using the software that I used and it
Mm.
was fun. It was like an extra little, I enjoyed it. I liked it. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been like, it wasn't like hard, like, oh, I dreaded doing it. It was just like a little bit more challenging than asking an AI to tell me stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
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 What about you? Did you enjoy this one more or?
Yeah. Last one I did was location media, and I looked at the location of the apartment and like incorporated that into it. This one was. I feel like there was a lot more to explore and it was a way more engaging and I actually like enjoyed looking at all the other Instagram accounts and everything.
Yeah,
Before I was kind of just looking at how the location like because I made a logo and the logo had part of the like the location in it and everything. And that was still cool, but it was I don't think it was as engaging as this one. And I feel like I
yeah,
really implemented this one into the project quite nicely.
that's good. Yeah, because yeah,
Yeah.
you've been like taking the photos and looking, and you've been
Yeah.
like in it 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it makes it way more interesting, I think.
nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, mm,
Do you-
that's okay. We'll just stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're happy with it.
I think so. I think that'll be fine.